Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Barbara and I'm on the Continental Divide Trail, through hiking it from Mexico to Canada, 3,000 miles in total. Yesterday evening I crossed the mile 2000. With crossing mile 2000 I as well left Yellowstone National Park, which was a really beautiful highlight, and in the same time entered the state Idaho, left Wyoming. I mentioned in the episode before that we are right now in a kind of a point of decision. There is the trail, the CDT, is going out to the west quite a lot, a little bit north and then back east. So it's kind of a buckle out to the west to go back then. And there is several cutoffs and alternates which kind of cut this buckle off, which has been always popular. Hikers have been taking them all the time. It's a variation of trails which they kind of combine together, starting somewhere in Yellowstone National Park or straight after or even a little bit before, and then reconnecting with the CDT in Butte, more or less on mile 2,500 I think. So this cuts really, I don't know how much off, depending on what you take exactly, but it's something like 200 miles it might really cut off of the original route. And now additionally there has been a lot of forest fires going on in Montana, which caused that there is a part of the original route, CDT route, closed. And it's quite a big part, and rerouting there means I could kind of hike on to Lemhi Pass and then I have to reroute on a road, like through civilization. I don't know, paved, unpaved, but in total it's something like 100 miles road walk. So I of course also was not really sure what to do, but I felt that I'm not done with my hike yet. I don't want to go it too fast, and then as well I really like to hike the CDT. It's so this means as much as possible red line. To cut off 200 miles doesn't feel good for me. I want to hike the whole thing. So I decided that I will push on to Lemhi as far as I can, as far as it's allowed it, and then take the 100-mile road walk around it as a detour. So yeah, but I still will have 2 stops before tomorrow. I will hit like West Yellowstone, just jump in and out the town, resupply and go on. And a few days later I will hit Lima, and then I have to plan a little bit more detailed this rerouting. But right now I'm sitting in a dry creek bed. I was supposed to get some water here, but it looks pretty bad. I really made a big beginner mistake. It's sort of ridiculous. It's I checked on Guthook that it says that there is water flowing, but of course I didn't have a look how old the comment was. And it's something like 10 miles to go to the next real water. There might be a dirty pond in between. I probably will take some emergency water from that one, but 10 miles, I think I'll do it. It's a good training. Yeah, so much for this morning. I want to start going now before the sun is getting too hot, so that I will easily make these 10 miles without bigger problems, without water. Okay, see you in a bit up the trail. This morning it was a big thunderstorm, lightning waking me up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was sort of a few miles before town, West Yellowstone, and from southbounders I got to hear that the weather will be very bad now again, that we will have some hours without rain, exactly the ones I was in town, and then it sets in again. So being soaking wet in the morning, I kind of thought I might have to stay like a night, but came down to town, got coffee, got food, found a little gravel place again to dry out my tent, my sleeping bag a bit, sort of, but that was not too wet actually. I got the sense back and was sure I'm heading out, so I went for a resupply, bought some coffee on trail. What else did I buy in particular? Oh yeah, tape to try to fix my tripod. I broke yesterday evening the tripod for the phone, so I really hope I will be able to deliver some kind of good shots anyway without tripod, or I can fix it now with this tape, we'll see. Anyway, I headed out, got immediately a hitch back to the pass, targeted pass, back on trail. It's raining on me like hell. I'm not really dry, but I'm very warm, and life is just good. It doesn't need more. It's such satisfying to just fulfill your basic needs, like food, sleep, water, warmth. But for right now, it's about 7 p.m. Try to make some more miles in the rain, and it's actually beautiful. Have a look at it. It's kind of mystic, beautiful landscape. Yeah, did you see the sun? It's half an hour later now, and it looks pretty promising that I can pitch up my tent in the dry. Whoa! Happy I was not here yet while this was coming down. Good morning. I'm sitting here on Tarchi Pass, something between 9 and 10,000 feet high. Very surprised about the weather, not really according to forecast, but like you can imagine, I don't mind. Yeah, and about my blisters, they're still there. And they actually kind of became little babies. I have both feet pretty full of blisters, but nothing serious. It's all under control. They are not infected. Tarchi Pass, I think I pretty much passed the last cutoff for all these shortcuts what the hikers are taking. I'm definitely, again, much more alone. I can feel it. It's really nice. It will be pretty remote the next, I expect the next almost 2 weeks, 10 days, 2 weeks. So nice, I really like it. Even I really enjoy to have hikers around me, I have to say. Yeah, the trail will lead me in the coming days quite a lot along the Idaho and Montana border. I will often not know in which state I'm hiking until I later on then clearly enter Montana and won't leave it anymore until I reach Canada. Where are you heading to with this rubber boat?
Yeah, to Blair Lake, just on the other side of the divide in Montana, to try to fish for some cutthroat trout.
Wow, cool.
My boat is a lot lighter.
Yeah.
So I carry it uninflated.
It's in the pack. How long did
That's
you
the
carry
goal.
this thing?
Several miles.
Several miles.
Several miles from my car. And it'll be further and back today.
Yeah, it's quite some windy day today, and of course it's today I climb a high mountain. It's pretty hard to stand upright partly, but I've got a little corner now which is pretty wind still. I don't really know why, but good for me because I need some lunch. So cheers! Mashed potatoes again. Wind also brought a lot of smoke. I don't know from which fires, maybe the ones what I have to make a detour. The visibility is really bad today. I made it! I made it to my little picnic table. Oh, I made it! The bear box we have as well. Yeah, here I am on my little picnic table. I saw it this morning in my phone in the map that trailhead to Aldenis Lakes or something is about in my day distance, and I kind of got the idea that it would be nice to have dinner in a picnic table. But the day was very hard. It was really winding very strong, and I had to climb a big mountain, and it took much more time. When I was on the top of the mountain, I really didn't believe anymore that I would do it to this table, and I kind of thought that what does it matter? I mean, I really like to camp and eat in the forest, and mostly I make my dinner stops before I pitch up tent. So I I didn't understand. I just wanted to go to this table, and it's I think I've been thinking about it, and I think it has pretty much to do with this, with the simple life what we are living out here. It's so simple. It's just taking care about the basics, and this makes you feeling very special about whatever is more than the basic things, the basic needs, like this picnic table. Or if you get a Coke, like these kind of places, like a trailhead, might be very, very possible that you get a Coke or a beer or something from some normal, regular day tourists. These are things which make me very, very happy. It's like you don't expect it. It's a surprise, and it's very, very nice. But to be able to appreciate these things, it's a must that you really live this simple life. And it's the simple life with the backpack on trail. It's not just nice to then appreciate the other things more. It's just like, I can't say. It's such good feelings to fulfill the basic needs, like warmth, have food, and yeah, it's like an addiction. I just read a Facebook post of a friend of mine. He calls it drug. Maybe it's a drug. To feel when you are really, really hungry, then to start eating like I do now. This is also, it's every single time a highlight. Even it's Idaho mashed potatoes every single time, or salmon in the bag every other time. It doesn't matter. It's just good to eat when you are hungry. I think in our daily life we have too much. We can, when we feel for a Coke, we just go and buy it. Or if we are a little hungry or even simply bored, we kind of open the cupboard and we get out the best snacks what we just bought. So it's, everything is available all time. And that's different on trail. It's mostly the last day before town. I'm really, really looking forward for town food. Like, it don't even have to be healthy, but just something else than this packed stuff. But this looking forward for it, and it's just a great feeling. And we really we are living very simple, and we are in a way living minimalistic, but I don't know, it's minimalism is for me a little bit different still, but maybe some words about minimalism tomorrow might fit quite well. But anyhow, yeah, I'm happy to be on my little picnic table now, and I will enjoy my dinner and then maybe still walk for not even a mile, but just like half a mile to. I will not use this bear box. It's I don't really want to stay here, but just eat here and then head out and pitch up my tent. Yeah, now I will enjoy my meal. Hi, I'm just stopping for lunch today. Like you have seen, we are smoke-free again, which is very, very beautiful. Actually, the wind direction changed as well. It's still a bit windy, but less. It changed, and it pushed all the smoke clouds away again. In the same way, I kind of have the feeling it kind of brings different weather. Not bad weather, more like good weather period, but cooler. It's definitely much, much cooler than all the days before. The air feels different, crispy. Yeah, it feels just all in all much better. I'm feeling really, really good mentally and physically. It feels that I'm still in top shape or even better and better. I just can't stop walking. It's I love it so much. It's just great. Yeah, maybe some words about this. I had in the comments, some of you kind of wondered why I'm moving so fast. I don't think I'm moving fast. It's just you might think about it if you are hiking alone. There is less time what you spend sitting around and just speaking. If you hike like in a group or by two, it's often that you have exchange of thoughts and some kind of discussions while stopping. I think it's the reason why I'm moving faster than others, and I just yeah, I have my slow steady pace which I can just keep going sort of almost forever. Yeah, but enough about that. I promised yesterday still some words about how I'm thinking about minimalism. It's definitely that we are living with the backpack with these few but important items, very, very minimalistic. And this is definitely a part which makes this simple life on trail so exciting. It's it's the less things you have, the more important each item is. And this, of course, serves very much this satisfying the basic needs and the realization that you don't need more than the real basics. So minimalism nowadays is, even in the daily life, it's kind of understood like this, that you live with as little things as possible, or on so small space as possible. And I do this as well. I mean, I'm living in my tiny house with just the most important things, even in my daily life. But still, I don't think that this materialistic part of minimalism, like most of the people understand it and try to maybe aim for, is not the, I can't say the real minimalism, but it's not the minimalism for how I understand minimalism. Minimalism for me is for me means that I kind of reduce my mental stress or my mental, no, I can't say differently. I reduce my mental stress to a minimum, and to have less things in your life, to live on smaller space, actually does reduce mental stress. It's one of the most important tools to reduce mental stress. I can take a stupid example. If you, I mean, many people might think it's easier to cut the grass if you have a grass cutting robot, so they buy one. What happens then? The robot is broken. It kind of works in bad weather a little bit less. These borders, what he should move in, is cut it by something. You kind of add stress to your life. If you just would keep on going, cutting your grass by hand, you know it takes more time, but there is not much that can happen. It's easier. It's just easier. But in the other hand, as well, too little things can cause mental stress. I mean, to try to have as little as possible items in your life means not to reduce them in the quantity, but in quality. You have to drop the right things out of your life. And I mean, we are all individuals and we all have different kind of problems, different kind of needs. Like, I just can take the most like accurate example out of my trail life right now. I'm hiking with a knee issue, with a knee problem, which is actually right now not a problem at all, but because I handle it right. And handling my knee problem right is, among other things I'm doing, as well taking care that I really don't walk with old shoes. So I definitely change my shoes earlier than other hikers do. I don't try to put as many miles as possible on my shoes because I know that this causes me problems. And to know that to wear out these shoes too much cause problems on my knee, cause me mental stress. So to be minimalistic in sense of saving on shoes, in my case, is not minimalistic. It kind of cause additional stress for me in my mind. I think it's a very, very good thing, and like said, the materialistic part of minimalism is the most important thing to become minimalistic in your mind. It's very logical. The more things you gather around in your garden, gather in your house, in your life, the more stress it causes when things are not going how they should go. Think about it, and yeah, I'll take some lunch now and then I will move on towards Canada. See you up the trail.